Hey there, it's Zephyr here today, just going through a video here. Yeah, let's get into tile sets today. So I did record a lot of videos in advance, and I was unable to answer questions directly at that point. But today I'm now in the position to do so. So we're going to start with a question from the lovingly named Booze today. They said, excellent start. However, I don't have any questions about installation or such. My suggestion, if you'd like it, is that the next video should be about mapping and where you can get inspiration for world building. I'm not going to address the world building until a much later video because I feel like there's a lot of fundamentals I do want to just get out there first. But absolutely, we can look at mapping today. But I think before we do that, it would be worth looking at the tile set window. So what we'll do is, obviously, we've got the database open with F9, and we've got the tile sets here. So I've got a lot of my own tiles here, which is going to be a little bit different from what you would expect to see. However, if we take any example here, I'm going to take the corpse tower as an example. We'll show you what all of these menu options are. So we've got the general settings. We've got the name of the tile set. We've got the mode. It could be a world map type or just sort of like a localized area type of map. And then images. We've got the A1. So we've got the animating water tiles here. We've got the A2, which are the auto tiling ground tiles. If you've never seen one of these tiles before, I will move over to the corpse tower and just show you how they work. So let's go on to the A tile, and you can see that they kind of have that edge to them. They sort of they do the auto tiles for us there. Next one. We've got the buildings. I'm not personally using this one, but RPG Maker does have a buildings tile set as well. There are walls, so they will create walls for you. And if you've not seen how the walls work, they kind of work like this. So that's the walls there. Would look a little bit different if it was on a floor tile. There you go. You can see the edges of it. So that's a wall tile. Then we've got the A5, which is just standard tiles. These don't do anything special. They're just static floor tiles. So what you see is what you get. And then we've got the B, C, D, and E tiles, which are sort of objects here. And you can see that I've made a couple. I don't have a D tile, but I've made a couple here already. So going on to the actual properties on the right hand side, we've got passage, so we can set up collision for an object. We can set up the direction, so say what side do you want the player to approach this tile from, what is blocked. So say this little stair set here, we could block that side off, make sure that they don't come in from the right hand side into that tile, or they move through it from the left while standing on it. Then we've also got the ladder, which sets ladder properties. That's going to make the player face up when they interact with anything with the ladder property. So I've got like a vine here, like a blood vessel here. And then I've also got like I've got an actual green ladder there that I've set the ladder properties to. Then we've got a bush property, so the bottom pixels of this tile will be translucent, so set that for any bush tiles that you might have. Counter tile is for any tabletops that you have, so literal tabletops. So this object here is one of my counters. When you interact, it treats it as if you've got an NPC behind it, like they're a shop owner or something like that, and the counter that they're next to has that counter property, it allows you to interact with that NPC from the other side of that counter, if that makes sense. So it's basically how you'd set up a shop and save you from setting up an event anywhere else in front of them. Damage floor for poison, acid, or any other sort of deadly tiles that your player might walk in. So if your player walks on this tile, they will take damage. Then a terrain tag. Now, terrain tag is used for both plugins, and it's also used for zones to define enemy encounters. It can also be used for variables to just retrieve what zone or area a player is in. So it's a nice way to do it without doing events or obtaining the player's coordinate value. And then exclusive to RPG Maker MZ, there is a copy page and paste page, and you can copy that and you can paste the properties somewhere else, so the collision here. Then there's also note tag, which is for plugins as well, or you can just put general notes here. I've just put a tag in for a very, very good plugin. I believe it's by Visual Stellar. I could be incorrect there, but that is that there. In terms of general mapping, I couldn't go too far into that today, but in terms of how to learn how to map, the best way to do that is just, to be honest, just look at other RPGs like it, other sort of 2D top-down games. Don't copy them one for one, of course, but just look how they do things, look how they set up their maps, and sort of take that to heart when you're making your own. And always, always, always try and think outside the box as well. So you don't always have to do a green forest, for example. I did a blue mushroom forest as my little example here. So here's my blue mushroom forest. You can do honestly so much, and it's quite incredible. So I'll leave you to that. I'll let you look at all of that today, and that's pretty much it for me. So have a lovely day, and see you next week. Hey guys, I do have a Discord now. It's called the RPG Maker Creation Exchange. We just talk about RPGs and all that kind of fun stuff. And if you want to send me any questions, you can do so there. Love to see you if you do join. And thank you very much for watching.